Okay, so the difference of 3 times a number and 6 is 9. Again, we're using x for our variable. We're trying to we're supposed to translate this into an algebraic equation and solve. Okay, what does difference mean? It means subtract, right? Subtraction of 3 times a number. That's 3x. The number is your x, right? And 6, the difference is 9. Is your equal sign. Whenever is always your equals. If something is something, Maria is 10 years old, then her age equals 10, right? So the difference, the subtraction of 3 times a number, 3x, and 6, 3x minus 6, the difference, the subtraction, is equals 9. So there's our equation, 3x minus 6 is 9. And now we need to solve for x. So how do we take this equation, 3x minus 6 equals 9, and solve for x? It's a little tricky. So you know the deal, right? X is always saying, I want to be alone. Get rid of all this stuff with me. So I can be like, how do we get x alone? Well, we always do the opposite, don't we? So let's start by adding 6 to both sides, like that. Boom, boom. And we'll bring down the 3x equals, that's at 15, 9 and 6 makes 15. Okay, so so we always do the opposite, don't we? Whenever we're trying to get x alone, we do the opposite of whatever's next to x. Now, what are we going to do here? This is a little surprising. How do we get rid of that 3? Can I subtract 3? Would that be the opposite of 3? That 3 there, can I subtract 3? No, that 3 is not added, is it? I can't subtract 3. That's not the opposite. That 3 is not added to the x. What am I going to do? Yeah, we're going to divide, aren't we? We're going to divide. Because that 3 is multiplied by the x, isn't it? Whenever you have a number right next to x, that means it's multiplied. And the opposite of multiply is divide. So we divide, and then 15 divided by 3, that's 5. And x is alone, right? Because on the left side, those 3's cancel each other out, and x is alone. X is 5. So we always do the opposite. First, we had to do the opposite of the minus 6, add 6 to both sides. And then we had to do the opposite of the 3 right next to x, which means 3 times x. The opposite of times is divide. And that gets us x alone. There we go.